Hello and welcome. Today we are going to go ahead and take a look at the Deimos Freighter. So the Freighter class ships are similar to my Hauler class in that you cannot have starship design. They are required to carry as much cargo as you possibly can, have at least a bed and a bathroom, and after that basically anything else goes. However, the difference is that the freighters can be Class B or Class C. It's your choice on whether or not you want that, and I will go over some of the details as we build the ship out. This particular design is a Class B ship, and as you can see, it's built mainly around I wanted to use the Ares bridge and just have some fun with that. So, now that we are here, let's see here. Is there anything else fun to say? Not really. Let me go ahead and show you how it is built. So this particular ship is built entirely using Deimos parts. You can get everything that you need right here at the Deimos Star Yard, which is over Mars. And I am making use of the ship flip glitch to build this ship. However, I am not needing any mods to build it. So now that I have docked, let's go ahead and get up and do the tour before we see how it's built. So as you can see, this is the Ares bridge. This is one of my favorite bridges in the game, just because of how large and spacious it is, while still having some excellent window coverage. It also provides the most crew space, but that's more or less irrelevant for this ship design. So first things first, we're going to come back, and this is a one by one, could be either a storeroom or a companionway. Here's our docker right here. And then we are going to come down, and we see here is our landing access right here. And this is going to be the Deimos 3x3 cargo hold hab. Note that you can get a very similar ship by using the 2x2 cargo hold hab if you prefer that one. I just wanted an excuse to use the big hab. Now back here we have the Deimos workshop. This can be basically any 2x1 hab that you would like. However, when I am playing with any sort of cargo ship, most often what I am doing is I'm fiddling with outposts. So having easy access to the workbenches is very nice because you can just basically hop in and there's your workbench. Next up, we can go to the front of this hab. And here we are in the Deimos 3x1 all-in-one berth. So we've got a bathroom here, 4 beds, some just general space, and here's our galley. And then at the front of the ship, a window. And that is the interior tour. So let's go into the spaceship, or space station, and see how the ship is built.
I wish Deimos was exclusively a military contract.
Yeah, I hear you.
Are responsible. You deserve the best of the best. Let's get you set up.
Okay, so as always, first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and get my colors in my palette, which, as you can see, is basically a kind of grayish black and then a red. And then, as usual, I'm going to select all and delete it. Alright, so first things first, let's go ahead and grab our landing bay, and then we are going to build out our habitable portions of the ship. So let's go on over to the habs, and I want to grab that 3x3 Deimos cargo hull because I really wanted to just use this hab. In front of this, I'm now going to put in the Deimos 3x1 all-in-one berth. Another good variation here is you can use one of the engineering bays or the living quarters if you prefer. Um, Back here, I'm going to use whatever 2x1 hab I want. The tour, this was the workshop, but this can be literally anything. Next, I'm going to come right here and I'm going to place a companionway. This could be a companionway or a storeroom, doesn't really matter. Now, if you remember from the outside pictures, back here I had a pair of Deimos hulls. You could go ahead and you can put a 2x1 there, or even, a 3x1 and get rid of the companionway. However, every single time I did that, it decided to really mess with the ladder layout. Like, for instance, I would only be able to get into the workshop by either going up and then across and then down, or I would have to come through the workshop, then up into the hab, before I can then cross over into the companionway to then get to the cockpit. Basically, I just could not get the base game to decide on the really obvious, at least to me, ladder placement of, hey, let's put a door here, one ladder, and a door here. It was apparently too difficult. This would be something that you could very easily alleviate with the Place Doors Yourself mod, and one of the reasons that I would recommend running that mod if you are really into starship design and you want navigable interiors. Off my rant though, let's go ahead and go to cockpits, and we can see the Ares DS30 is the only one that doesn't require starship design, so we're going to slap that on. Do be aware this base value is 32,000, so this is not a cheap ship, and a big part of that is because this is one of the most expensive bridges. Then I'm going to come on over here to the dockers and place that right there. All right, now that that is done, I'm going to go ahead and grab my reactor and my grav drive. So if you've watched the Nova Freighter video, I went on a little tangent for a while about engines and reactors and so on. However, the key takeaways here is that you cannot use a Class C grav drive without Starship Design, and you cannot use Class C engines without Starship Design. Therefore, if you want to be able to carry as much as possible in a Class B or C ship without Starship Design, you need to have a Class B reactor. So, on this ship, let's go ahead and grab my reactor. And this one is going to be the Z Machine 2000 because this gives us a 21 power. And then the next best is 18 or 16, at least from this manufacturer. Then right behind this, I am going to go ahead and place my grav drive, which is going to be the Aurora 11G. It's 27 grav jump thrusts, and that's the most that we can get from a Class B grav drive. Next up, I'm going to come on over here to the structural tab, and I'm going to grab the Deimos hull. I'm going to put two of these here, and then I'm going to duplicate them in. And basically, I just put the hulls right below and then duplicated it until I got it to cover this. This is completely unnecessary. I just like the look of the reactor and grav drive underneath the hull more than I like them exposed. Does not make sense to me, at least, why you would have that exposed. Now, as I had been saying earlier, with the putting the another 2x1 up here, if you wanted to, you could flip the reactor and grav drive and put them up here, and that would leave the two spaces right here, and then, well, if you put a 2x1 here, you can guarantee that there'll be a ladder down from here into here. So that's another place that you can get additional space. All right, now that that is done, let us go ahead and start grabbing cargo. So I need... Now for this ship, I have 8 of the Stormax 50 cargo holds. 3 here, and then 1 right here. And that's what's going on each side. I also have the 100 cm ballast cargo hold, which is being connected right here. All right, so with the cargo holds in position, now it is time to grab my engines. So for this ship, I am using one of the Dun 11 engines right here. You can see that this cargo hold connects to the bottom of it. And then I am using 2 of the Hercules DT 110 engines. Next, in a optional maneuver, I'm going to go ahead and duplicate the Deimos bracer through this. So I want this to be basically right here, so that way I can attach a bumper to the outside, because these engines only have that one connection point. However, to do that, I need to duplicate glitch them down. So I need to select, copy, cancel, and there we go. And then select, copy, cancel, there we go. Alright, so now that I've done that, I now have a connection point right here. Note, if you wanted to, you could, instead of putting the end cap bumper, like this one, on, you could go ahead and instead have the mid bumper, this one, extend through here. Either like this or like this. It's entirely your choice. I went with this, and then duplicate this in place. So it's either this, or we can pull this off to the side, and then it looks like this. So if you've got a preference for which shape that you like more, you can save 3 maths by having it look like this instead. All right. Flip this into place. There we go. Next up, while I'm continuing to work with structural pieces, I want the Deimos Wing A right up front here. And then to finish off the top of the ship, I'm going to come on over here and grab my fuel tanks. This ship, that's a pair of the Titan 550s. If you have a different fuel tank you prefer, use that instead. Alright, so the last thing for the top of the ship is going to be the shield. Now for this ship, I am a B-class ship, so I can use any B-class shield that I want. That could be the 22T Defender Shield Generator, which is actually going to be slightly better than the Osiris 2220B. However, yeah, this is going to be the next best shield. I can put it here. I can put it up here. Where I had it in the pictures was right here, right in front. So it's just anywhere on top. You'll notice basically all of these side connection points are used, or we could clip into the what's called the engine here. Um, but I do have plenty of top spaces available. All right, so the last thing that we're going to do now is we are going to get the landing gear and bottom structural pieces in place. So coming on over here, I have two of these Skeg Bs. I have four of these Skeg As. And then I have three landing gear of the 320 CB landing gear. There we go. All right. So now that that's all in place, the last thing to do is add the weapons. Well, I guess, and paint the ship. So for this, you can of course use any of the Class A weapons that you want, but I decided to go with Class B ones, and in this case I'm using 4 of the Disruptor 3320A auto neutron beams, and then 2 of the Disruptor 3320 neutron turrets. Oh, for the love of fluff. And as you can see, sometimes the weapons don't like to cooperate when you're putting them on, so I'm just selecting each of the mount points and putting the weapons there. Alright, I have one error left. It's that I need to assign those weapons. There we go. So this is the Deimos Freighter. We've got the 27 light year jump range that we need. We've got 36 mobility, which is a little bit better than the Nova Freighter. We also have 3,000 cargo. So this is more cargo than I got on the Nova Freighter, which is a Class C, or that I got on any of my hauler ships, which were all Class A. Just getting that extra grav jump thrust from the Class B grav drive makes a fairly significant difference. So let's go ahead and paint the ship really quick. Got the red and the blackish gray, and there we go. And here you can see some of the stats. You notice the cargo went up because I have the payload skill. And then this is the value that you're going to get after, Commerce Rank 4, whatever it's doing there. The actual cost for this, let me go ahead and pull out my calculator. 39,147 is going to be around 250,000 credits. So, if you like this ship, or if you just liked the video, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit like, comment, subscribe, all those YouTube things. And otherwise, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.